that you're going to be taking from the courses that you've learned so far?
Yes. So I've done a lot of the single day training courses through QP already. And one of the most valuable things is speaking and discussing events and experiences with the other participants.
And I would love to see more members get involved with anything, whether it's start out on a small committee. We want to see,
Can you tell us a little bit about what you've learned here this week?
It's a great learning experience, and as long as I've been around and involved, I'm still learning.
This is Iris Lloyd, President of CUPE New Brunswick.
I'm Chris Watson, President of the New Brunswick Federation of Labor.
Hi, my name is Brian Watson, former President of CUPE New Brunswick.
Wes Wills, Local 380 Vice President.
I'm Shelby Dodge, President of Local 3226.
Karen Tier, President of the New Brunswick Council of Nursing Home Unions.
I'm Jamie Agnew, and I'm the President of CUPE Local 963. Representing New Brunswick Liquor Store, retail, and warehouse workers.
I'm Sherry Hillier, President of CUPE Newfoundland and Labrador, and General Vice President for the Atlantic Maritimes.
I'm Cheryl Ann Keown, and I also sit on Local 805.
Quay, hello. This is Kathy Johnson, President of CUPE 5446.
Hi, my name is Dorinda Smith. I'm from Local 813.
I'm Teresa McAllister, Provincial President of CUPE 2745 Educational Support Staff.
Bonjour, ici Alain Soucy, membre du SCFP, Syndicat canadien de la fonction publique.
Hey everyone, this is Candace Rennick, CUPE's National Secretary Treasurer.
Hey, this is Mark Hancock, CUPE National President.
And I'm Nicholas Lund, and you are listening to The Member's Voice.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to start the show off with a moment of silence for brother and friend Brian B Y Harris. Jason, if you will.
Well, thanks everyone for that moment of silence, and thanks to be with us tonight. What we're going to do for those who wasn't there last week, I did tribute video about BY. And maybe after that, one of the member of CUPE 1252 have a good memory of BY. So for those who know BY, he loved music. So after that, we going to see the BY we always appreciated. So I want to ask Nick if you want to roll the tribute video from last week for BY.
Attention all CUPE members. This is the Canadian Union of Public Employees. Attention all CUPE members. Bryan B Y Harris. This is Canadian Union of Public Employees. We are gathered today to transmit the final call for our colleague and brother, Bryan B Y Harris, a proud member of the Canadian Union of Public Employees. Bryan served his community with honor, compassion, and professionalism. Within CUPE, he was recognized as a leader and advocate, someone who stood up for his colleagues, supported his peers, and helped strengthen the voice of public service workers. He answered every call with calm, dedication, and humanity. He was a trusted partner in the field, a respected colleague, and a valued member of our CUPE family. To his family, he will always be remembered as a loving father and a source of pride. Bryan, your watch is now complete. We will take it from here. Brother Harris, thank you for your leadership, your commitment, and your dedication. You are now released from duty. Rest in peace. End of transmission.
Powerful video. Like even if I watch like the tribute video and that video where BY play at the last QP convention, so 2 months roughly ago, it's still hard to watch those video. But if we take another way, we see how BY was always like happy, like bring a lot of joy for people who was around him. So I think every members in OBY gonna keep a lot of good memories with him. So, but yeah, still hard to watch even after like 10, 15 times. So.
Now, Chris, you and I didn't really get a chance to discuss a lot of this. As someone who knew BY well, also, what's been going through your head? I know it's been a rough week for you. I know what it meant, what BY meant to you. I'm just curious on your thoughts and position in this.
It's still a shock, to be honest. I don't think it's really going to sit in until you go to convention and there's certain presences that just when you see them, because you don't see everybody all the time, right? So when we go to convention, that's you look forward to seeing people that new people, but you also look forward to seeing familiar faces. When going to QP New Brunswick and 1252 conventions and not being able to see that face. And that's going to be sad. Hearing him play guitar at the end, that was always our conversations, whether it was about our kids, the labor movement, or music. Most oftentimes, it always ended up leading into music. So, seeing him play the guitar there at the end is something that we're going to miss.
Yeah, no, for sure. No. But did you have much of interaction with BY?
Bonsoir à tout le monde. C'est un plaisir d'être ici. Vraiment, c'est avec le cœur lourd, très très lourd, que je prends la parole en ce moment. Il y a un témoignage par rapport à BY. La première fois que je suis arrivé à la convention, la première fois qu'on s'est vu, il était très content de me voir. Il m'a vu, il m'a accueilli, il a dit il est content que je sois dans le QP, que je sache que ici j'ai aussi ma place, ma parole compte, que je n'ai pas peur de m'exprimer. Si j'ai quelque chose à dire, que je m'exprime. C'est comme ça que ça fonctionne dans l'Union. Et ça m'avait personnellement touché. Aujourd'hui, quand on parle de lui au passé, c'est vraiment quelque chose de très, très difficile et assez insoutenable. Je n'ose pas imaginer comment est-ce qu'on va faire la prochaine convention du 1252 sans voir la face de BY. C'est une perte énorme. BY était un leader. BY était quelqu'un de très social. Parce que même après la convention, parfois dans les soirées le social, il venait jouer sa guitare pour nous égayer, pour faire danser le monde, pour nous faire relaxer un peu. Quand c'était pas sa guitare, c'est parfois lui qui s'occupait de celui-là qui devait venir, n'est-ce pas, jouer de la musique. C'était toujours BY à gauche, BY à droite. Je me rappelle aussi, quand il fallait qu'il présente son rapport en tant que secrétaire trésorier, il commençait toujours par le français parce qu'il respectait aussi beaucoup le peuple francophone. Il se battait de lire une bonne partie en français avant de switcher en anglais. Cela témoignait de son leadership, du respect et de son souci d'intégrer et d'inclure tout le monde dans son travail et dans tout ce que, n'est-ce pas, le syndicat défendait. C'est un homme vraiment, il est parti sans doute très tôt, mais j'ose croire qu'il a abattu un très grand travail et ce sera avec fierté qu'on essaiera de relever le défi pour que, d'où qu'il soit content que oui, il a inspiré le monde, il a montré la voie, on va essayer de tenir le flambeau, ceci pour honorer sa mémoire et la mémoire de tous ceux qui sont partis avant lui et inspirer aussi ceux qui sont derrière nous pour que ce soit toujours le CUPI qui puisse gagner à la fin. Merci.
Well, Nana, I agree 100% with what you say. Like, BY was an amazing leader. He was always fair with everybody. No difference, your color, your language, or everything. It was always fair with all the members. And yeah, of course, it's going to be hard, as Nana say, going to be hard, like when they're going to do the next 1252 convention. Like they always see his face, and like we all say, like the music after convention or social night. So it's going to be hard for sure for the first time, but yeah, we're going to keep a lot of good memories about our brother BY. That's for sure.
One thing, we can't forget too, we talk about, seeing the presence at convention and the music part and everything else, but we can't forget too about the activism piece. BY was an amazing activist, and he pushed for a lot of things that benefited a lot of workers. So as we continue on in our own roles, let's keep the activism alive and let's push, forward, and continue on the great work that BY would have started. I know I had the pleasure to facilitate with him a number of times as well, doing trustee courses and everything. And he's just a wealth of knowledge that's going to be missed.
Yeah,
we're going to talk about that. Yeah, we're definitely going to talk about that. What he's done for the for CUPE, obviously discussing his facilitating, the different things he's done, Chris, because you've had the opportunity to do it with him. What I want to do is take a quick break. And of course, at some point tonight, we have to acknowledge the junior host that happens to sit beside Mr. Watson here tonight. So stay here. We're going to come right back after this.
Solidarity. Strength in numbers. The power of the labor movement. Higgins Insurance is proud to support workers and stand with you. As the official sponsor of the Members Voice Show, we are committed to our community. Call 1-866-273-2911 or visit higginsinsurance.ca for your free quote.
Higgins Insurance est fier de commanditer l'émission La Voix des membres. Solidaire avec vous, nous soutenons les travailleurs et le mouvement syndical. Visitez le www.higginsinsurance.ca ou appelez-nous au 1-866-263-2911. Obtenez votre soumission gratuite dès aujourd'hui. Higgins Insurance, au service du Canada Atlantique.
When St. John needs trusted, affordable, and fast automotive service, there's one name drivers count on Discount Tire and Automotive. Located at 255 Rothsay Avenue, they offer honest service from tires and brakes to general repairs. Customers choose them because they're quick, reliable, and upfront. For appointments, call 506-651-5723. Discount Tire and Automotive, keeping St. John rolling, one vehicle at a time. Proud official sponsor of the Members Voice.
Quand Saint John a besoin d'un service automobile fiable, abordable et rapide, il y a un nom sur lequel les conducteurs comptent. Vos experts locaux qui gardent notre communauté en sécurité sur la route. Situé en plein cœur de la ville au 255 avenue Rothsay, Discount Tire and Automotive s'est bâti une réputation pour son service honnête et ses prix équitables. Que vous ayez besoin de pneus, d'alignement ou de travaux de frein, leur équipe offre des résultats professionnels. Ils sont rapides, fiables et transparents, juste un service solide en qui vous pouvez avoir votre confiance.
Okay, we are back here on the Members Voice talking all things Bryan B Y Harris. Of course, left us just way too soon, but the best thing we can do is honor him here on this show. Of course, joined by the best group of people ever. Of course, to my left, Wes. Chris in the bottom of your screen, Nana on the right, and of course, our newest media tech support, Jason St. Ange, joining us. There's just so many things that we can say about BY. Chris, you brought up facilitating with him. How much fun was that? And what did you take away from being around BY when it came to facilitating?
BY was awesome to facilitate with, just because of his presence and the way he just conducted himself. But the knowledge that he brought with it, especially when we're talking about monetary stuff, within given his role that he does or that he did, right? So when we were doing it, like he took the lead on it, and I just kind of sat back a little bit in awe, and I was like, hey, I got your back. But when you get to spend a few days, doing your prep and everything with somebody, you get to know them a little bit more because you get to have conversation while you're doing that sort of thing. And, that's sort of stuff that you'll cherish for a lifetime. I know I do for sure. I'm thankful to have had that opportunity, as I know anybody would be thankful to have taken one of his courses.
Yeah, I agree 100%. Jason, what could you tell the people when it came to CUPE, what it meant to BY to be an activist, and what it meant to him to be there for members?
Well, as we always know, like when people came at convention, like BY was always the one who come at the table and say hi and have a good convention. And if like something happened, like I'm here. And like Chris touched a good thing about the financial piece. Like in my QP 20 years of experience, like I was trustee for QP New Brunswick for 6-7 years. And couple of time, like people know, sometimes financial and trustees audit are tricky. We reached BY a couple of times, and he was always like on the go. Yes, I'm gonna come help and what I could do, and he was always a good hand when it's time to help the members in different world. But for those who know BY, he was like the financial specialist in the entire QP New Brunswick. So in his QP career and everything, like he helped a lot of member, not only in financial piece, but that was a big thing for BY. So again, you never see BY like frustrated or upset for something. It was always like, all right, we have that issues, and that's how we're gonna fix it. So we're gonna work together. So it was always like a good friend, a good support. So like we could talk about BY probably for a 24 hour, because he did so much in a lot of people, not a lot of people, like every QP member love the passion, the leadership you bring um, around, like in QP, GM, or as Chris say in QP education session. So we need to always have a thought about BY when we go forward in the QP and labor movement. Um, was um, was one of a good leader. Like you remember, like a couple of years, like we lost Daniel Leger, as he was like for me the biggest leadership in New Brunswick, and like I could compare BY as a Daniel Leger leader, always there to help and everything. So, and not counting the hours or everything. Always, all right, we're gonna go there, we're gonna do this, and we're gonna go forward together. So, that's what I could say about BY.
No. Someone like, what about with you and your interactions with him? How would you say his impact will be with QP New Brunswick?
Merci Chris. Je retiens de BY un leader très engagé, très motivateur, celui-là qui est toujours prêt à faire quelque chose. Il fallait voir, par exemple, lors des conventions, c'est tous les mouvements qu'il faisait dans la salle. Il est à gauche, il est sur tel dossier, il est sur telle conversation, il est à gauche, il est à droite. C'était vraiment quelqu'un d'assez motivé, de très, très engagé. Et c'est vraiment des personnes comme ça que nous avons besoin dans notre association, parce que il inspire, il motive. Il y a des gens qui s'asseyent parfois, ils n'ont pas ce caractère de leadership-là, mais le fait qu'il y a des gens comme lui qui voient, ça les motive et ça les donne aussi le courage de dire, ah tiens, s'il fait, ça veut dire que nous aussi, on peut le faire, on peut un jour se lever aussi, faire ci ou faire ça. Je retiens aussi de BY que c'était un homme de très, très humble. Il était vraiment humble dans sa façon et approchable. Chaque fois que tu l'interpellais, il avait toujours une oreille attentive à ce que tu voulais lui dire. Et il essayait de trouver une solution à son niveau. S'il ne pouvait pas, il te disait, donne-moi une minute, je vais essayer de voir avec Norma. Parce qu'il était aussi très proche de Norma. Norma, c'est la présidente du 1252, le Conseil général des hôpitaux du Nouveau-Brunswick. Il était vraiment très proche d'elle. Et quand ça n'allait pas, il dit non, donne-moi un instant, je vais me renseigner chez elle et je vais te revenir. Donc, comme je disais tantôt, ça fait vraiment, c'est assez difficile que nous nous asseyons comme ça et être en train de parler de BY au passé. C'est assez difficile et vraiment qu'il puisse se reposer en paix.
Wes, what do you think his, how would I say this? Because I don't want to butcher it, but what would you say that BY will be remembered for when it comes to QP?
Well, I didn't know BY very well. I had only had a few interactions with him at convention. His activism, his passion, his love of his work and his family, his music, his love of music as well. And I can tell that he was a very dear friend to a lot of people and a very dedicated unionist.
Well said. Well said. What I want to do now is I do want to just address the fact that before the show ends tonight, we are going to air BY one more time, but playing the guitar, leaving you with a happy moment as we feel that is most important. I want to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to talk to the person who is sitting next to our co-host, Chris Watson. We're going to learn a little bit about her and find out why she is here. So hang tight, and we'll be right back.
Looking for something bold, something custom, something built with real craftsmanship and a whole lot of personality? Then you need Charred Oak Designs, St. John's homegrown creators of handcrafted woodwork that turns everyday spaces into something unforgettable. Charred Oak Designs brings creativity into spray to every project. Whether it's for your home, your workplace, your union hall, or that perfect personalized gift, they take your idea and turn it into something you'll be proud to show off. Every piece is crafted with care, built to last, and finished with that signature charred oak touch. The kind of quality you only get when real people put real heart into their work. If you want something unique, something meaningful, something that stands out, you want Charred Oak Designs.
Vous cherchez quelque chose d'audacieux, de personnalisé. Quelque chose fait avec un vrai savoir-faire et beaucoup de personnalité. Alors vous avez besoin de Charred Oak Designs, les créateurs locaux de Saint-John d'œuvres en bois artisanal qui transforment les espaces ordinaires en quelque chose d'inoubliable. Des enseignes personnalisées aux pièces uniques qui racontent votre histoire. Ils prennent votre idée et la transforment en quelque chose dont vous serez fiers. Vous voulez Charred Oak Designs, commanditaire officiel de The Members Voice Show.
Carrick's Barber and Artwork at 27 Waterloo Street in Uptown St. John is where style, creativity, and pure talent collide. Because Carrick isn't just a great barber, he's a full-on artist. Every fade, every lineup, every cut is done with precision and personality, and his artwork is just as impressive, bold, original pieces that bring color and attitude to any space. If you want a fresh look, a sharp cut, or custom art that stands out, Carrick delivers every time. Step into a shop with real skill, real vibe, and real creativity, Carrick's Barber and Artwork, where the cut is sharp and the art is even sharper.
All right, we are back here on the Members Voice. Now, we talk about BY being, all these wonderful things. And the one thing BY was really wonderful at, well, that was being a family man. And then that got me to thinking that Chris would come on this show with a junior host. And I thought, well, this is interesting. So, Katherine, welcome to our show.
Thank you.
Katherine said she had a question she wanted to ask you before we get started.
Did you cook barbecue today? Because I smell hot dogs.
Sorry, that's an inside joke.
That was for you, Wes.
Thank you, Catherine.
Here's your achievement. I'm not happy.
Never
No, that wasn't funny.
It was.
No, it wasn't.
Mrs. London thought it was funny.
I bet she did. Now, Catherine,
What
made you want to come on the show?
I wanted to see what it was like, and I love seeing people talk, and I don't know.
No, hey, you're doing great.
And I wanted to learn how it felt to be on the show.
All said. And you know what? You are absolutely wonderful, and we're glad that you would come on the show. And it's good, and we're happy that you joined us.
Thanks.
Last question.
You should definitely join us again, Catherine.
No,
You'll get, with practice, you'll get.
Yeah.
Practice makes perfect. Believe it or not, I've known your dad a very long time, back when he had hair, right? And he wasn't the speaker that he is today, but practice makes perfect.
And we love to see the young people come on the show, and I hope we're gonna have a little bit more, because those little kids and teenager gonna be the leader in the next 10 years, 15 years. We're not gonna be there to lead, so we need some backup playing, and a lot of young people and teenager are very, very involved, and I have a chance to have my my little 11 years old son Jaden, where sometime he come at rallies and you say, okay, Dad, like when's the next rally, or where I could come help and everything. So it's fun to have that kind of interaction. And like when I see you, Chris, with your daughter, just make me feel the same thing here. And even if sometimes it's hard for those kids because we are a lot away with meetings and everything, like to see your daughter by your side, like my heart makes me happy. It's not because we're not home 7 days a week and 365 days a year. He's still back and give us some love we need sometime, and it's fun to have that that kind of relation. Even sometimes it's hard. So welcome on the show, Catherine, and as everyone say, we hope we're gonna see you again.
And that's really why we do what we do. Like you said, we're not home all the time. We do have to go away, and we have to go to meetings and attend seminars and rallies and all these different things. But the reason why we do it is because we want to make life better for our members and for the generations that are going to be coming up behind us.
That's right.
We want to leave the world a better place than what we found it, and that's why we do what we do. It's for people like Catherine. We do it for people like your children, Nick's children, everybody's children, right? BY's son. Like, this is why we do what we do, and that's why BY did what he did, because he wanted to leave the world a better place than what he found it as well.
Exactly.
I want to say that he definitely left this world better than the way he found it, because that was the impact that he had.
And isn't it interesting, though, like the way the labor movement works, right? I mean, if we didn't make the decision to try to get involved, to try to make things better, then we wouldn't have attended, CUPE New Brunswick conventions. We wouldn't have gone to the different rallies, and our worlds would have never connected us together. But I mean, here we are tonight, and here we are. We were able to connect with Brother BY. But if it wasn't for the labor movement, our paths would have never crossed, and we would have never had the memories that we do.
Well said, brother. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. And the same with the members' voice. If we didn't have the members' voice, we wouldn't be sitting here doing a show all about BY and his contributions we wouldn't be all sitting here discussing our love for CUPE and the labor movement. And it's just ironic how it all came together and we're able to do this. Last week we did a small tribute, and this week the concern was, will we be on the show long enough to do it justice? And I look now and I see the time and I realize we didn't just do it justice, we actually made it amazing. Like our contributions to BY, thanking him for the things that he did to elevate the labor movement, to bring it to another level. And we're here on this show discussing it for 41 minutes. And I'm going to tell you that speaks volumes, because we all know that BY had years and years left to contribute to CUPE. And the fact that he has left us too soon just means that we're never going to forget him. And we're always going to remind people the contributions and the hard work that he put in and day out to make the labor movement a better place, and show everyone that hard work and dedication pays off, and you'll be happy when you do it.
And that's why, like, after I heard that sad news, we maybe 2 weeks before, I have like just a reminder about facilitating and everything, and I say, and I send a message to Lynn and Pat Roy about it. I say, for all what BY contribute in facilitating about financial peace and all the help, why we can't just call next year when we're going to do the long week education in Moncton, like something about QP long week education BY Harris, like for one time, just to put his name where he's supposed to be, and just to say, like, in our way, like a big thank you to BY about all the education and all the help. So a lot of people respond, "Oh my God, that's a good idea." So we're gonna see where that idea gonna go in the next few months. But yeah, I just think it would be a good way to say, like, thank you BY for all education session facilitating and all the help he did for the entire QP movement in here in New Brunswick for all those many years.
I really like that, and when I think of something along the lines of the BY Harris Education Week Long, I just think, like, it rolls off the tongue, but it does it justice as well, because it lets you know the type of person he was and what education meant to BY. That brother took great pride in facilitating. He took great pride in teaching new tools for your toolbox. Mm-hmm. And he never let anyone forget it. He loved what he did, whether it was in the ambulance or whether it was behind a desk teaching, showing people new ways to look at things and help union members from coast to coast to coast. That was the person he was.
Yeah, exactly. So, like I say, we always going to have big thoughts for BY. Of course, I'm a facilitator since 2023. I never have a chance to facilitate with BY, but I love numbers too, and I know I love the financial piece. So, of course, the next trustee or secretary treasurer or financial education I'm gonna facilitate. Of course, I'm gonna have big thoughts for BY, that's for sure. So
I love it. I really do. Nana, what are you thinking? I see down there. What are you thinking? I guess. What do you think of the BY Bryan Harris Education Week long? Where's your head at with stuff like that? Do you think that's a nice tribute? Like, what do you think?
Je trouve que c'est une très très bonne idée que Jason est en train d'évoquer là, Chris. Si cela, Nick, autant pour moi, si cela pouvait vraiment être mis en évidence, ce sera formidable. Parce que de cette façon, on va encore plus honorer sa mémoire pendant toute cette saison. C'est pas dit que c'est seulement en une semaine qu'on va penser à lui, mais ça va mettre aussi dans l'esprit, rafraîchir aussi dans l'esprit des nouveaux délégués qui seront là parce qu'ils diront, mais tiens, c'est qui B Y? On dit B Y, voilà ce qu'il a fait, voilà ce qu'il était pour nous, voilà qui était ce monsieur. C'est pourquoi aujourd'hui, nous voulons que vous pensiez aussi à lui, qu'on ne l'oublie pas. Parce que vu le travail qu'il a abattu, vu son engagement, vu son activisme, ce sera vraiment très, très reconnaissant. Ce sera un geste fort de faire passer cette idée-là. Je remercie beaucoup Jason d'avoir pensé à cela. Peut-être même au niveau du 1252, on pourra peut-être faire, je ne suis pas dans l'exécutif, mais ce sont des idées comme ça qu'il faut véhiculer parce que vous savez, personne n'a la science infuse. Donc, il suffit juste peut-être d'informer une personne. On essaye ensemble de réfléchir sur le projet pour finir, pour enfin sortir quelque chose de bien et honorer la mémoire de ce grand homme qui était B Y. L'autre chose que je voulais ajouter aussi, c'est que, si vous permettez, parfois il ne suffit pas de beaucoup de temps pour connaître une bonne personne et ses œuvres. Vous pouvez rester avec une personne, même seulement en une semaine, et vous trouvez en cette personne quelqu'un d'assez magnifique, extraordinaire, comme si vous aviez passé 5 ou 10 ans avec lui. Parce que moi, personnellement, ça fait dans les 2 ans que j'ai connu B Y. Et comme je vous ai dit, il fait partie de mes inspirations dans QP. Il est bien vrai, il y a beaucoup de monde dans notre syndicat, ce qui est aussi une force pour le SCFP. On a vraiment des membres très engagés et lui, il en faisait partie. Quand je reste parfois comme ça, quand j'arrive même aux conventions, quand on présente les différents rapports, je regarde, je dis, tiens, mais B Y vraiment, il fait un travail exceptionnel. Ce sera aussi important de pouvoir réaliser des choses comme ça un jour. Vous voyez, le fait déjà de pouvoir mettre cela dans la tête de différents délégués qui assistent aux conventions, c'est quelque chose qui n'a pas de prix en effet. En fait, ça montre comment vous prenez votre travail au sérieux, comment vous aimez votre syndicat, et c'est juste incroyable, quoi. C'est cela que je voulais un peu relever en ce qui concerne B Y. C'était vraiment l'une des belles connaissances que j'ai faites dans QP et à jamais je ne pourrai oublier ce nom.
Thank you, Nana. Thank you very much for that. Catherine, would you like to say something?
Yes. I just wanted to give a shout out to my grandfather at home, Brian. I love you, Dorky Dang Yanger.
Giving a shout out to Brian Watson, aka Papa,
aka producer of this show.
Absolutely.
Jason?
Well, again, I would love to say thank you for everyone come tonight. Like, thank you, Chris. Thank you, Catherine, Nana, Wes, and Nick. Thank you to share all those words for our brother BY. And I 100% sure like people can't wait to see all of that and continue to share memories about that truly leader he was. So just before we close, we end the show for tonight. We just want to say a little reminder, like for the summer, our show, the Members Board, is going to be bi-weekly, so every 2 weeks. And again, you could continue to follow us on our Facebook page, the Members Voice. So we're going to continue to share a lot of information. And if something happened during the summer, well, you could reach out to any one of us, and well, maybe we could have some special show requests for the Members Voice. So for all the members of the Members Voice platform, we would love to say have good vacation, everyone. Enjoy the summer. If we could have more sun than what we already have, and be safe on the road. Have fun, enjoy, and we're gonna see each other in 2 weeks for another podcast of the Members Voice.
Thank you for watching. Remember, our shows are available on YouTube and all major podcast platforms.